We're going to do my number 19 now, which Scott just talked about recently, Hitchcock's Psycho.
Okay, so you can't give me too much shit for...
Oh, dude.
It's within my top 20.
Yeah.
It's still a 9.75. It's nearly perfect. The stuff at the beginning with Marion Crane's sister and her fucking, like, secret fucking attic-dwelling hardware store working boyfriend could have been trimmed down considerably. Like, that whole storyline is like we don't need to know all of the shit about them that we do. You know what I'm saying?
But it kind of works to kind of throw you off from the whole her just being killed early on in the movie. It just kind of helps build the character.
Yeah, I got some things to say about it, but I'll do it when I do it.
Brilliant performances all around. Definitely Anthony Perkins, especially.
Yeah.
Really great camera work. The sets, especially the Bates house, are excellent. He took... It's like one of the rare instances of a film taking a book and just kicking the shit out of it. Robert Bloch's source novel is pretty cool or whatever, loosely based upon the life of Ed Gein, but Hitchcock made it something far more interesting and highbrow, and it's not just like a dime store novel anymore.
Okay, so my 19 is Creepshow, which we've talked about many times in this podcast, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Great movie.
Best horror anthology ever.
Yep, and you've already put it... Did you say it too?
I don't think I
Mine
did
was
that.
34.
I can never remember the name of the segments, but...
Well,
there's
it's Father's Day.
What happened to Jordy Verrill? Or
No, The Lonesome Death of Jordy Verrill.
Something to Tide You
Something
Over.
to Tide You Over, The Crate, and They're Creeping Up on You.
Yeah. The Crate is just fucking so fucking good.
It's definitely the best.
I like Something to Tide You Over a little more.
Yeah, it's like Leslie Nielsen being sinister in a...
Yeah, it's just fun to watch him play that role.
I don't think he's ever played that role ever again. Like,
I think the closest was, Day of the Animals?
But it's Romero in his fucking Twilight era, if that's a term.
Yeah, that's when he was really, like, totally on the money and could basically do no wrong.
In the comic book effects.
Framing and all that.
Yeah. It works very well.
Yeah, the stylization is fantastic. I love that it's a love letter to, like, EC Comics that kind of sets up right after that, in 81 is when he started doing Darkseid.
Yeah.
And he did that for, like, the next 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
It just kills me that this is under the Warner Brothers label, so we will never see like an awesome special version of this on Blu-ray.
Well, I do have the making of Creepshow.
Just Desserts.
Desserts. But Romero's not even in it, right?
Yeah, he's not in it at all.
Neither is King.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just
But
kills
they
me
did get like most of the
Savini
cast and crew.
Yeah. Go ahead, Scott. 19.
Number 19. I feel this is low, but fuck. Had a hard time.
Butt fuck.
Argento Suspiria.
It's not too much lower than mine.
It was my first introduction to Dario Argento.
Me
and
too.
I just absolutely love the Technicolor, just dreamlike nightmare quality that this movie has. Like Randy said, it's one of the best witch films. Not the best.
No, it's not the best witch film.
But it's still a really good witch film, and yeah, just got me into loving I think this was actually my first Italian film that I seen too.
I mean, there's a lot like pieces I've seen when I was a kid. So
Mine was
I missed a lot of that.
City of the Living Dead.
But yeah, this was my first introduction, I think, to Italian cinema in general, and I just loved everything about it. The score is fucking phenomenal. Just like the whole idea that this is like Argento's story of Snow White. That was pretty interesting to find
I like
that
what
out.
John Carpenter said. If you can find it was a Showtime thing called Masters of Horror before the fucking thing.
Right.
It was like an hour-long special.
Was it that round table thing with like him?
No. It was just like hosted by Bruce Campbell, and like all the horror directors were like talking about their favorite films. I like what John Carpenter says about Suspiria. He's like, you just turn off the lights, smoke a joint, and right away with the rain, you just know that you're in for a fucking dark ride.
Yeah, that is very true.
I'm going to talk about Suspiria a little bit more here coming up.
All right, then go ahead.
My number 18 is my favorite official sequel of all time, Phantasm 2.
Of course. So yep, he's got Phantasm 3 times on this.
I love right out the fucking gate. It just balls out where it just continues where the kid's not even dead.
Picks right up at the ending of Phantasm when Reggie's in the living room playing acoustic guitar and Mike gets dragged out the window by the tall
That's why I don't
man.
like Reggie that much. He always has to show that he knows how to play guitar.
And this is why this is the one that introduces the 4-barrel shotgun too, right?
Yes, the horribly painfully underutilized 4-barrel shotgun, which only gets used once in the third movie and once in the second movie.
And I think it gets used like once in the 5th movie too.
And it's got that fucking the montage of the weapons and
Oh
all
yeah,
that shit.
the we're loading up to go fight evil montage.
Yeah,
I was just thinking Evil Dead.
I was like, because I like that Sam Raimi style.
There's
effect.
another thing right there. Fucking who did it better, Reggie or Ash with the montage for the weapons?
I think that the Phantasm 2...
Nope.
Oh, yeah. Making the giant flamethrower and the 4-barreled shotgun.
Making yourself a goddamn
Okay, better
armed
weapons,
chainsaw
but
weapon,
Ash is in the fucking woods.
and he's got a goddamn chainsaw for a fucking hand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the fuck?
whatever.
But yeah,
The,
Phantasm 2 is great.
Yeah, the effects in it are awesome. A lot of them are like, I don't know, the one with the weird creature, tall man creature coming out of the girl's back.
Oh yeah, that was fucking weird.
That's really great. And when the tall man gets embalmed with acid and starts spitting his yellow blood all over the place.
I thought it was like formaldehyde or something.
Yeah, it was because it was
Yeah.
like
They
more.
dumped a bunch of sulfuric acid.
Oh
into
yeah,
it,
that's
though.
right. Yeah, yeah.
See, the next sucker they try to embalm with this.
Man, I'm excited because I just found out Shudder has all of the Phantasms out there, so I'm finally
You
gonna
can
be able to
skip
watch them all.
Ravager.
Well, I've watched Ravager with you guys.
Now, Ravager's fun.
Yeah, I liked it.
It has a lot of flaws,
I
though.
feel bad for you.
Brad Pitt was originally supposed to be cast,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
but couldn't do it because of some kind of scheduling conflict or something. Coscarelli, of course, wanted to cast a Michael Baldwin in the role, but being that it was a studio film, they insisted on at least one Hollywood actor being involved, someone SAG or whatever. So they got that feller. It introduces more story and some more of the cool Phantasm Universe characters, the lurkers, the guys that kind of look like Harry Warden with like the jumpsuits and the goggles and the breathing masks and shit.
You get the introduction of the cool gold sphere.
Yeah, the gold sentinel sphere. It, you know, every Phantasm story furthers, or every Phantasm sequel furthers the story like a little bit, but the really big jumps are made in like number 4. This one was like kind of gearing toward something bigger that never really took off. They wanted it to be like apocalyptic way sooner, but they could just never get the budget for it. Kind of like Romero's problems with Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
They did pretty well with what they had, though. Like, they're basically...
Need more energy, bro. Come on.
I don't know, they're showing the...
You're talking about your favorite sequel of all
like
time
the
and your
slow,
favorite franchise. You
the
should be
slow
excited.
deterioration of, what is it, Oregon that they're in, I think?
I'm not sure.
It's either Oregon or Washington State. They're just, you know, they're moving down the coast trying to follow the tall man. And I'm a sucker for, like, dead towns and ghost towns.
Yeah,
and
me too.
Their stop in Perigord is really cool. Dead town, everything's decayed and boarded up, and everyone's gone except for what the tall man left for him to deal with.
I rewatched this like 2 months ago, and I don't ever fall for jump scares. But it got me right in the beginning when out of the closet, the kid right in the beginning.
Oh, when the dwarf jumps out of the closet.
yeah,
at
that
him,
got me. I was like, oh shit.
when he's looking for ammo.
Yeah.
It has probably my favorite line in the whole franchise, which a variation of ended up on
It
the
was
cutting
on our
room
podcast.
floor. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
What?
it was on our podcast.
Oh, yeah, we used it in the intro. Before.
Oh, we do it on this one. Yeah. Our current intro.
The original version of it was, you think when you die you go to heaven, you come to us, or
Yep.
it's pretty great. The scene where the priest gets like hanged by his own rosary is just, I love it. I wish that the gore would have been
All
a
right,
little.
so my fucking dude, you're gonna go on Phantasm when you get to it. It's gonna take a half hour. My favorite Fulci film, and the last one obviously on my list, but Zombie 1979, and I don't understand the hate for saying that I like it better than The Beyond and City of the Living Dead.
It's I don't
the
know,
most
it's acceptable.
It's the most coherent plot that I can think of.
Yeah,
Fulci.
that
It's
is
so
very true.
It's like simple. Like there's no confusion. There's like what the fuck. 3 great gore gags, infamous. So and the fucking zombies. Look, if I look, I think this is my second favorite zombie movie in my list. No, like my third,
But yeah, Zombie is awesome.
4th. It's my 4th favorite.
So many iconic scenes.
I don't know. You don't agree at all.
That it's Fulci's best?
Yeah, like it's not even.
It's
close.
an accept. No, I mean, I would have to like really think about. I know I have a top 10 Fulci list around somewhere.
So of course you do.
I don't know if it's
Don't
in here though.
not right
We
now.
don't need-
Not right now.
But like, you
Stop
know,
it.
it's definitely top 5 material. The performances are probably
They're-
some of the better ones.
They're still pretty hammy though. I mean, and it's the worst dubbing I can think of a fucking Italian horror movie. It's so bad. The
I
dubbing
can't
is
think
bad.
of the company that did all of those. They're called like the Anderson Group or something like that. I don't remember, but the main guy that ran it, whose namesake it is, you know, it's titled after, does. I think he's the one that does the voice of like the bearded guy, the boat, you know.
Yeah, the boat guy.
And you know, he's used in almost all of those fucking.
And I mean, the dubbing is because all the broken English actors, right? Is that why they keep doing that? They've always done that.
Well, it's just their casts were really hodgepodge. It was, you know, Spanish, and Italian, and American. They did all of their audio in post, I think.
Yeah, all Italian directors apparently at that time
fucking
did that.
boom mics, no nothing like that. Yeah. I guess it'd be easier. I couldn't imagine doing audio on a movie with a boom mic and like just fucking getting pissed because like the dude's like
into scene or something.
Yeah, the dude's is not getting consistent fucking volume from their voice. I would just be pissed. Like this podcast with Scott's fucking mic. I can't deal with it. I flip.
Well, find me the better mic then.
Well, during editing, I'm like, God damn it, dude! He wasn't close to the mic at all. This whole fucking time he's talking, you can barely hear him.
That's because I got a shitty mic.
So
too.
I got to go in and like edit that part and like put some gain in it so you can hear you better. And it's just fucking.
Anyways,
way to go,
Zombie.
Italian directors and their ways they make their movies.
Zombie is amazing, and one of the most iconic scenes of the whole zombie shark scene.
Yeah, that whole sequence is just like
what the. Well, that guy was the trainer for that shark,
right?
So I mean, a shark is a shark.
Yeah, how do you train a fucking shark?
No,
you know?
exactly.
It's funny. I was watching Shudder over the weekend, and I did the Shudder TV thing, and that scene popped right up.
I fucking love Shudder TV, where you don't have to pick anything; it just plays.
Yeah, it just plays random
all day
horror
long.
films.
Yeah.
And yeah, that scene was what popped up. I was like, no shit. So I sat back and just watched that scene.
I always give directors that do underwater sequences a lot of extra credit, especially if it's on like a super low budget, and
heavy makeup too, like because makeup does not work well in fucking water.
That's, I don't know, it's maybe like the best underwater sequence in horror history, really. Not that there's a lot of them or anything, but
yeah, I really can't think of much.
It's a shark movie, that's all I know. Whatever it is.
Right.
There's no other zombies underwater fighting.
Jason Lives has a really good underwater sequence at the end.
This could definitely be in the top 3 best underwater sequences for sure. Because there's not many.
Awesome.
But...
Let's do a top 25 underwater movies.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Scott.
All right, what are we on, number 18?
18?
All right, so we just talked about this one recently. Sleepaway Camp 2, Unhappy Campers.
That's your favorite one, too.
It's my favorite one, and it's my 4th favorite slasher.
Yeah, it's really good.
I have a blast with this one. There shouldn't be much I can talk about. We already went through detail with this one.
It gets extra points for being very metal.
Yes, it does.
And like having like Death Angel and Flotsam and Jetsam stuff hanging about.
Oh, yeah, we did talk about this not too long ago.
Yeah, it was like 2 episodes ago.
And the slasher part 2 or
I totally forgot we just did this movie.
Slashed harder.
Number 17, Scott just talked about it again. Argento's Suspiria, highly influential. Even though, I mean, a lot of the stuff that people credit it for being influential about had already existed for, I don't know, a good decade and a half.
That's like it's a lot of Bava stuff, right?
Well, not only Bava, but Corman.
Oh, yeah, Corman. I forgot we discussed that,
Yeah,
too.
Corman never gets the credit that he deserves for using colors and psychedelia. But it's my favorite movie involving witches. It's a cool mystery. It kind of bows off of his giallo, his mystery fascination, his odes to Hitchcock and whatnot. She has to solve like the mystery of not just a ton of shit, like the building and why the building exists and like who the mater is and all of it, who killed what's her name, and The murders are just fucking savage.
Yeah.
It's not just like, I'm going to put a knife in you.
I'm going to show a close-up of the knife going in your heart.
Yeah, I'm going to stab
Yeah,
at
that
you
opening sequence
until
is
your
insane.
fucking sternum is gone, and then put the knife like right in your heart.
I was like, this is like one of the films I could say like where they made murder look artistic.
The
All right.
the woman dropping from the ceiling with the
Yeah.
electrical cord noose around her neck, iconic. Dario loves